Okay folks, I'm right back. Yeah, that video did just terminate then, sorry about that, but I'm carrying right on with another video. What I was just explaining was we'll call this part one, okay? The part two will be what I'm going to do now. But I just wanted to show you how I did cut that across, and it's, you see how this is not level, it's down on this side. But it'll straighten up, you see, and become level. So basically then, using a tool such as this, I'm smoothing just the inside here. Getting that nice. Bring it in for a bit more detail. Sorry about that finishing, that's just what I didn't want it to do. I wanted to... I should be probably trying to break these videos down a bit. They're all trying to do too much, aren't I? All in one. Okay, don't leave the edge here sort of too sharp. So I'm blunting it with a wetted finger. Okay. The inside bit here, I'm kind of smoothing it like that. Right. So there is the spout. Now the handle, which I can't really put on yet because it's too wet, is going to go there. Maybe if I got my blowtorch, we'll excite it a little and then dry it out. Excite it with this torch. Don't have the flame too high, okay? You can use a torch like this if you are careful. But bear in mind, any plastic around your wheel is likely to get burnt or melted. Alright, I've got that hot now. Just put it there for 2 secs, have a sip of tea. Yeah, I'm thinking that this here is just a smidgen deep. Well, we started another video, might as well. So long as the battery holds out. Let me just tap center this. Hold it down. Now I'm gonna change the angle very slightly there, and also reduce it down. In fact, also I'm thinking one of the things about these kind of lids are that they're not all, when they're on the teapot like that, you can pick them up, but you could drop it, you see, because it doesn't have a knob as such. So I'm just thinking about the edge that I've got here, and I'm thinking of adding a texture, let's say. Adding a texture. So I'm just looking at some of my things I've got here. I've got this, I could add that. I'm just wondering if I added a texture around the outside here, you see. It would give a bit more of a... Question is, it's not that easy to do because of the, you know, it's a little soft, and I don't want to still can't because of that. It's going to get in the way. So well, I could bring him into the edge, couldn't I, like that, I suppose, and then that could work. That could work. We're doing it. We're committed. We're doing it. It's got to work now, because oh yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig, nicely. See what I mean? So we put now we've got a little bit of a we've got combining two things. You see, a decoration with a function with a. Hang on, let's pull the camera back a bit. Combining a decorative effect with a functional effect. So it does two things, that doesn't it? Having that little bit of around the outside there. Now, it not only is decorative, but it also gives my fingers a little bit of something to purchase on, something to grip on. So we did it, didn't we? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. There it is now with that, you see. Huh? Hang on, we were going to put that handle on there, weren't we? Let's do that quickly. Here he is, and now you see he's considerably drier. So I'm going to take that and put it on there. How am I going to do that? Well, look, I'll tell you what, you've thrown it. Now what you want to do is it's still kind of soft. But, so I'm sort of like, so if you think about it, see the form of the teapot here, okay, tells me that I need to also cut this so it is slightly concave. All right, if you get the gist. All right, so there, now that needs to go. Now when you're putting one of these handles on, okay, don't stick it down there like that, it's too low. It needs to go up there, and it really needs, this is important, you get this at the right yeah, you really want to have it at right angles. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking that is going to be about right like that. So I'm going to mark it, because the trick that I usually do would be to wet it and then put it on, but there's so much pattern on the outside there that I'm probably not going to see it very clearly. So I'm going to do that, dip that in the water, put it to one side, okay? Now here, just take some water, just wet it a touch over there like that. Take your scoring tool, whatever you're going to use, like this, you see. Scratch him up like that, nicely. Just wet this a little bit. The body here of the teapot is somewhat drier than that handle, so I want to sort of bring them together in terms of softness, hardness, softness. You see. If you don't, you see, that's why when you get cracking occurring. All right, so that now is wet. So we're going to take. Oh, I haven't put any. Just take a little bit of that slurry, just put on there, not too much, because it's already wet, the handle. This is already wet and it's already somewhat soft. So now take that and apply, take that away, support on the inside, apply there, a bit of pressure just to get that on there. now thinking to myself, I hope I got that. I judged the size of that handle right, you know. Looks like a bazooka. Don't know if I like it. I'm looking at it and I don't know if I'm liking it. Something about it. Something about it that is. Yeah. Well, there you go. You see, because I did say to you, you know, you've got to sometimes just. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take him off. You see, which is not what I really would want to do. But it's something that you have to do. If it doesn't, if there's something about it that is not quite right with you, you know, you've got to do that. You have to. I don't know what it was about it that I didn't like it. And now it's real soft. I'm reducing it. I'm reducing it down a bit, trying to. Not sure what that was or why I didn't like that. Didn't look graceful enough. It looked kind of. Oh, maybe that's a bit better. As I told you earlier, you know, making a teapot it's a bringing together of a lot of emotions and feelings, and you know, if it doesn't sing, it's like a tune. You know, if it doesn't sing, if it's out of tune, you know, you need to get that thing back in tune, don't you? So I took it off, and I cut a bit off and reduced it. Yeah, that is actually better. I've got a feeling actually I had it a little bit, perhaps I had it a little touch high and it just didn't gel, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's have that. Well, I'll be honest, it's not as perfect as I would have wanted it to be, but it's better now than what it was. So there it is. There's a side-handled teapot. You didn't see me actually throw it, but you saw me do all the other little bits and pieces that go along with it. Okay, so you see the angle that this is. It's lifted up a little bit, isn't it? The handle. All right. So if it was on a table and you went to pick it up, you see it would be actually lower than that, wouldn't it? It would be more like down there. When you go to pick that up, you see it's automatically at the right angle. It's not. I haven't got to come in too low here. It's just at the right angle. So that's it, basically in a nutshell. Make it how to. Well, not to make it, but to put together the different parts of a teapot. This is why, you know, there's a lot of labour in a teapot, because it's just because of all these things. Yeah, as you have seen, it takes a bit of time. You see, you put it all together in such a way that it's. But there it is. I hope that you like that. Have a go at making a teapot. Bear in mind some of the things I mentioned. That will need to have a seal on the bottom, So this Joey Wade paddle of mine, hi Joey Wade, you see works quite well with that. You can see how glaze will nicely flow over that, I think. Yeah, I think if I was going to do this again, I'd make this handle just a smidgen smaller than what I've made it. But it's okay. It'll work. It'll be okay. Okay, folks. Well, there it is. Thanks for joining us, and have a go at a teapot. They're always a bit of a challenge, aren't they? All the different components, etc. But it's good practice to bring a teapot together and all the different components, because it teaches you a lot about sensibilities, you know, and harmonizing these different parts of the teapot and bringing them together to make one whole piece that looks good, feels good, and functions well. Thanks for joining us again, folks. Hope to see you again soon. Meanwhile, keep practicing. I'll see you around. Bye for now. Dee, 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 dee.